Hello, welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me in my journey through the wide world of pens. And I figured what a better spot to start discussing 2023 with a catalog from the Fountain Pen Hospital celebrating 2 years in the change of the year. And the pen on the cover is from S.J. DuPont. And if we open up the cover, we'll see a reference to the Fountain Pen Hospital here. There's a nice picture of the front of the hospital. Last time I was there was scaffolding and their website. And they do vintage, they do restorations, and there's their location. So if you're ever in New York City, I strongly recommend a visit to the Fountain Pen Hospital. They have a great selection. They're really knowledgeable of pens and very friendly in my experiences. So S.J. DuPont is right on page 3. And there's some interesting models. To me, the fun part of a catalog like this is learning about models that you may not have been aware of before. And then on the other page is Montblanc, supporting a Starwalker series. Again, one that I'm not that familiar with and probably never will be. And Baby Noir, again a pen I knew nothing about. Going on to the next page, we'll see Montegrappa. Again, fairly high-end pens, but interesting. They've always had nice designs and some extravagant designs. And they also have very theme-oriented pens. And they get 2 pages, and they're really promoting their theme-based pens. If you're interested, appealing to, I would say, the high-end collector. Then we go on to Pineider, a relatively new brand, but from Italy, with a lot of history behind it by the owners. And there's a lot of different varieties. They've certainly expanded their line to make a pen for everybody. And then we come over and we see Conklin on the other page. Skeleton designs, lots of resins. Conklin continues to expand their line. Not necessarily a brand that I am going to expand my collection of. And then we see Esterbrook, another brand which I call a new brand, even though it's based on a legendary name. But they've also continued to expand their brand. And the one that I have, I enjoy quite a bit. They are well made. Then we come over to Y Studio, not a pen that I have a lot of experience with, but they do make a variety, and I do like metal pens, octagonal pens, a nice stand to put your pen in. Then we see Visconti, again another Italian pen maker that is known for very high-end pens, but they also make affordable pens, as we can see here. But they also make very expensive pens. Then we have Pelikan. Classic, been a classic since their beginning. Not a lot of variety here shown on these pages. Traditional pens. Then they have Graf von Faber-Castell. A very large variety of pens, mostly in the metal family. And they also have a decent price range, but still mostly on the higher end. And they have an extended line, and here's their lower end pens. As we come down the page, we'll see them go down. They have some interesting accessories. Then we have Parker's. And obviously they're promoting the 51. fact, this whole page is just 51s. On this side, we have their higher end pens, but dual folds, sonnets. And there's that chisel one that Olasky talked about, and his pen's in use this week. Yardelette. Again, mostly metal pens, a lot of it in sterling, and priced accordingly. And then Caran d'Ache. Again, more metal pens. Not necessarily a style that I find appealing, but again, not every pen is for everybody, but hopefully everybody can find a pen. And then we see Waterman. So we go from Parker to Waterman, and there's your Corinne collection, your Expert line. I did a review on one of them, more of a vintage model, but they've continued to expand that model. Now we have Monteverdi. Got into a more of a lower end collection of pens, but still very nice. And they've also expanded their line and have a lot of different pens that might appeal to you. Magna Carta, not a pen maker that I'm that familiar with. They're kind of like the medium priced in this catalog. And again, a lot of nice variety, something that might appeal to you. And here we have Sailor, our first Japanese pen maker. Sailor's also been quite prominently focus of Fountain Pen Hospital. And Sailor has certainly continued to expand their line to give you a lot of variety and options to add to your Sailor collection. Then followed up with Pilot. Vanishing Point gets the top billing. And then we have your Custom A23, your Justice, your Elite, and your Falcon. And they've also continued to add to their line a lot more color, a lot more variety. Now we get into Le Bon. Very nice pens, more skeleton designs. And they're reasonably priced for what they are. And I call them somewhat classical designs. Le Boeuf. Again, kind of similar pens as far as a lot of nice acrylics. Sensa, for those that want a different writing experience. Here we have Lamy. It's interesting where they're located in this catalog. And they're all traditional there, 2000s and studios. And here we have Platinum, more of their higher end models. Very nice design. Kaweco. There we go, and we start off with the Kaweco Original Collection, kind of a throwback to their vintage. And obviously, you're going to have all of the different Kaweco pocket pens. They've continued to add and expand for those that like to collect them. Here's Retro 51, which does make an extreme variety. And we have TWSBI. Small quarter page for TWSBI. And we have their traditional models with some variations to them. We get into paper now. So we've gone through all of the pens that are in the catalog. So Rhodia, Clairefontaine, kind of think they're very much related. Their Fountain Pen Hospital has also been very good at pen storage and different kind of stationery for those that like to correspond and use their fountain pens for that. Leather pen cases, I think this is expected in this catalog. You know, Mont Blanc has some. Aston is very nice. Le Bon. And you need a place to store put your pens on The Three Monkeys have been popular for a while. Justice, to go with your justice maybe. So a lot of interesting designs. There's that Esterbrook B book holder, something I've always looked at. And of course there's some calligraphy stuff. A lot of calligraphy sets that are around. If you're interested in that, would make an interesting gift for someone who would want to try out their hand at calligraphy. And of course we have inks. Fountain Pen Hospital has always done a lot with Noodler's inks. I enjoy looking at their collections. Nice Ink Miser. And you got Pilot inks, Waterman, Sailor, Esterbrook. A lot of people get into inks, and Fountain Pen Hospital has always been very good at having a very wide selection of inks. And here we have a basic thing about different parts and bits and things of that nature. And of course you're into corporate gift giving, engraving, and what would be complete except on the last inside page of the back cover, how to care for your pen, and if your pen needs repair, they're willing to give you a hand. So the very last back of the page is Mont Blanc, and we have here another theme pen, kind of like we see with Montegrappa. So for those that want to collect every pen, there's a pen for you. So we're going to end the video on Miss Sizemore and Mr. Sizemore having counsel with the Crabs, talking about their adventures of 2022 and how they participated, enhanced, and supported my channel. So I hope this video finds all of you safe, healthy, and happy, having a wonderful, joyous, exciting holiday season. It continues on for many of us in various forms, and hopefully you're enjoying your pens, enjoying your inks, your papers, trying out some new writing, some writing styles, some writing formats. Enjoy. And with that, let's leave you on the fact that enjoy every day, enjoy it the best you can, have fun. See you later. Bye.